Welcome to NHL Hockey News Reports, and today we have second to last. The last one will be the Anaheim Ducks. Wow, that is all my season previews. Wow, this is a lot, but I will have another series after I finish up with Anaheim. Then I'm gonna go from Anaheim to Winnipeg instead of from Winnipeg to Anaheim like I did with the season preview, and that would be something special. It's a series on. I'll tell you right now. Guess what it is? I'm going to talk about the last 10 years of each 31 NHL teams, of course, not like Vegas, and talk about, well, hopefully some of the teams, and talk about how well they did and drafted the last 10 years. And I want to talk about that and how it impacted the team. Of course, like Vegas, you can't do that, but I'll talk about how much they did overall. You know what I mean? Just want to get into that, but I just want to talk about that too. But thank you for watching. Hopefully the series coming up, so please watch that, and thank you for watching this whole series. And one more to go, so I'm sure you will love to watch the Anaheim Ducks next. So let's get into the previous years. First of all, we have 17-18 stats for 29, 41, and 12, 70 points. This team couldn't score. They tried, they got better, but this team still couldn't score. The first year that Oliver Ekman-Larsson became the captain, so definitely no playoffs that year. 18-19 stats with 39, 35, and 8 with 86 points. A big difference. 16-point difference. So you're closer, and I hope another 10 to 15 points, even more, to really get to 95, 100, and it can't get to the playoffs since 2012. It's been a little bit, but yeah, it has been a little bit. Now, they didn't make the playoffs, but they were close. But they didn't make the playoffs. They fell short in April, but that's what happens. The ones who have left was Archibald, who went to the Edmonton Oilers. Nick Cousins went to the Montreal Canadiens. Galchenyuk went to the and those two were UFAs, and they left. Galchenyuk was in the trade for Kessel with Pierre Joseph. Mario Kempe was bought out, or just LA signed him, I think. No, they signed him. Or was he bought out? I can't remember that. Richard Panik signs to the Washington Capitals. Kevin Connaughton goes to the Colorado Avalanche for Carl Soderberg. And Pickard signs as a UFA with the Detroit Red Wings. And Pierre-Olivier Joseph, of course, was with Galchenyuk to Pittsburgh for Phil Kessel. And the new ones are Soderberg, of course, like I said, for Kevin Connaughton. Phil Kessel for Galchenyuk and Pierre-Olivier Joseph, of course. And then Barrett Hayden has signed drafted a couple, I think, 2018 draft. He was drafted, and yeah, so looks like he might make his debut. That's why I have a question mark here to kind of see where he might be standing, and you never know until after the preseason to see how he does, and then the team determines team or down to the minors. Which one do we pick? And if he plays really well, potentially they can say yes, or we need one more year. But potentially, I see him a lot of lines. I see a lot of people saying this coming year, so maybe that is true. Who knows? We'll see. So the forward depth is, the first line would be Keller, Schmaltz, and Kessel. Of course, Kessel will definitely bring more tickets to Arizona. Definitely, Arizona needs more people coming to the team, more fans, more everyone coming to the teams to watch him. Phil Kessel will definitely bring that draw of attention. He'll score around 90, maybe 80, because he's the only goal scorer. He doesn't have Malkin that he used to play with. Of course, he played a little Crosby, but not as much. He wanted to play with Malkin. That's what he did in Pittsburgh. Of course, wasn't the greatest, not the greatest buys to Pittsburgh. He was kind of bitter, bitter leave, but except that, leaving was kind of bitter. So, for him, they said, you won't come back as a Pittsburgh Penguin. Like, oh my. Yeah, that wasn't the best, was it? But, Kessel has his favorite coach, Rick Tocchet, to play with. So, definitely, that'll be a good combination there. Schmaltz, a whole year he was injured. After being traded from Blackhawks to Coyotes for Dylan Strome. Whole year, he played pretty good. Then he got injured. He was out for the whole year. Kello didn't have as good of a year like he did his rookie season in 17-18 season, but he'll definitely start to score more. He has Kessel to kind of help him out, put more assists, put more goals in, do all that stuff because Kessel's a great sharpshooter. Second line is Soderberg, Stepan, and Lawson Krause. Soderberg was also from the Colorado Avalanche, scored around 40 points, so definitely, he'll definitely help out on that goal scoring depth. Definitely, you can see some stuff there. Stepan is a good center, he'll put up some points, and Krause is a young, good forward, definitely will help out too. Next we have is Michael Grabner, Richardson, and Nostroza. Now, Richardson had an absolutely fantastic year last year. Does he do that again? Most likely not, because that was his best year ever, and he's 33. That was his absolute best year, so he might go back to the level he was on his whole career. But definitely, he'll still have a good year, I think. Nostroza looking really good for the Coyotes. I don't know why Blackhawks even traded him to the Coyotes, close to the million host of the deal, that contract to just get rid of, but I think they should have got rid of someone else because Hossa is a great player. And Grabner's a great short-handed guy, and he will, on breakaways, he's a fast guy, and he'll make you pay. And then on the fourth line, you have Barrett Hayden, the youngster. When he went in the Combine, 2018, the Combine, he crushed the Combine. He was first in everything. So absolutely fantastic player. Very athletic and great player. You have Dvorak, that's a very good goal scorer, looks like. And Connor Garland's been, last year, actually looked pretty good for the time he was up in the NHL. And then you have some guys, Braden Buck. See how he does if he comes up. Chaput was traded from Montreal last year. During the trade deadline last year for Wheel. We'll see if he makes it last year on his contract. Fisher, a good youngster. I think he'll make an impact, score some goals. You have Nick Merkley and Skar, if I can say that right, Skanar or something like that. I'm sorry if I said that wrong. But those guys are youngsters. Those two guys look like they probably won't play next year. Probably the year after. Looking at the forward, let's review the forwards here. Great first line, second line looking good, third line pretty good. So they need to score. That's the only thing they gotta do. They have goaltending. Definitely would be good. But let's talk about defense now. You have Oliver Ekman-Larsson, your captain. You have Jason Demers, a good defenseman. Goligoski, Jalmerson, good defense right there. Kitchen, and Osterley. And then got some guys that potentially can make it next year, potentially, maybe not. Ball, Lubitkush, if I said that right. And then Capolano, if I said that right. I probably butchered all those names. And then Soderstrom just got drafted this year, 2019 draft. 11th overall after the trade for draft picks. Philadelphia originally had 11th. They went to 15th, took a second round pick from Arizona, and Arizona picks 11th. So that's where they got Soderstrom. So defense I really like because defense, I gotta tell you right now, they won the best defense in the whole league. Their penalty kill was number 1 in the whole league, but their power play was 30th. Or around 29, 30, because I know Montreal was 30 to 31. Okay, on the power play. But defense, penalty kill, defense, like I said, those two things, they're absolutely geniuses at because their defense is absolutely incredible. What they are able to do with Ekman-Larsson, Johnson, just learning this great defense is absolutely fantastic what they have. Moving on to the goalies, you have Vanta, Kemper, and Hill. I always like to put 3 goaltenders because you never know if someone gets hurt. There's usually, most of the time, I'm talking about 100% of the time, that you see your team, or one team, lose a goaltender for the whole year. Those with that one team. This year, it was Antti-Raanta. So who knows? Of course, Kemper, Hill, so if one of those guys get hurt, Hill's going to be there. But Hill, I think it would be one more year until he makes that jump to the NHL. But Raanta, definitely a great player, I think. Definitely, if he can stay healthy, hasn't been healthy his whole career, but always great backup goaltender. But hopefully he'll be healthy next year. whole year out. Kempo is absolutely fantastic down the stretch, and we'll see how Aiden Hill does. He played a little in NHL. He did okay. Well, not bad, but we'll see how he does coming up. Now, let's get into review goaltenders. Rata, hopefully he'll be healthy the whole year. Kempo, hopefully he'll be good like he did last year. Probably not as good, but I think still great. And Hill, maybe a couple games he'll play, I think. He'll definitely be tried out during the preseason, development camp, all that training camp. We'll see how he does. Definitely you see some growth in him. Second to last thing is cap space. So they have 17 million. And that's a lot of cap they have, but they can take on a lot of contracts, literally. Take me on. But, literally, this team is getting, better. Each year I see a difference from 70 to 80, 86. Definitely, there's a big difference there. But this team, I think, is still fantastic. And I think they can score now with Kessel, and definitely will help them. The whole team to score. And of course now Kessel has Vertaket, so that's really going to be great to have him together because that's his favorite coach. And let's look at what they still need. A pure goal scorer. I think they still need like Austin Matthews, a guy like that. Either is on the wing. Well, they have Kessel, of course. You're probably like, well, they have Kessel. Yeah, they have Kessel, but they need a center or someone, another guy that can be that guy. And slash center. So that's what I mean. And that's it. I think goaltending is fine. Even though you might question it just a little Vata, but whatever. Defense is fine. I don't see anything problem with defense. Just are they able to score? That's the thing. But this team is very defensive. Even the forwards are very defensive minded. So now they gotta take themselves and say we need to score more. Transition themselves to scoring. We'll see how that goes. And thank you for watching this NHL News Plus. Please like the video, turn the bell, comment, share, and I will see you next video. And let's get to 150 subs. We need 12 more, so let's get there. See you next video. Bye.